Hi, this is Mr. Burns. This is a tutorial for the Spline tool, and we're going to actually import and trace an image and then use the Spline tool to trace it. I'm going to start a sketch on my top plane, and then I'm going to hide all these other views because I hate looking at them. And I'm going to go to my top on my view cube, and I'm going to open up this little curly thing that's called the Spline tool. Okay. The way the Spline tool works is that it's kind of like the line tool. When you click, you can bring the next point anywhere you want, but then your next click will add some curvature to the previous points that you had selected, and you can get some curved objects that you might want to use in your design. And as long as you get the blue check mark around them, these things can be extruded just like anything else. So when I go back to my isometric view, you can see that I've extruded that curved, unique kind of shape. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Sketch because I want to add Hawk's logo to the top of this object here. And so I select this top part of my object, click on top view of my object, and maybe I'll start using the line tool to start sketching out a W for our Hawk's logo. This is totally fine. If this is the way you want to make your drawings on your design, you are more than welcome to try to do it this way. But it might not be the coolest, best Hawks logo that you could draw. So another option is to actually trace an image. The way that we do that is you gotta open up a Google tab and say Waltham Hawks logo. All right, go to images, find one that works for you. Maybe I want to trace this one right here. This one's kind of tiny, but it's still going to work. You can click Save Image As, and I'm just going to save it to the desktop. I'll call it Hawks logo. Just Hawks right. I've already done this before, so when I go in here now, you can click this plus button and you can import again back in your drawing here. And I'll X out of this and say I didn't want to do that. You go down to this plus button and you click on import Hawks logo. And here it is right here, and click open. It will take a second to load, and then when you get back into your sketch on OnShape, so I'll click sketch, click on the top plane, I've got this tool that pops up that says insert a DXF or a DWG. You're going to insert an image. The image is this Hawks logo, and all you do is you click and drag where you want that logo to be. All right, once you have your W placed, or your logo, or whatever image you want to trace, hit the green check mark. It should show up in kind of like a translucent image on top of your part that you're drawing on. All right, let me go back to isometric here. The next thing that you want to do is hide this sketch with the eyeball in the property menu. It's still there. You can make it come back, and you're going to in a second. But you want to sketch again on top of your design, your charm that you're making. So when it says to choose a plane, you want to choose the face of extrude 1. Okay. Then you can bring back your logo so that we can see it. And what you're going to do is use your line tool and your spline tool. You might want to zoom in, and you're going to be very careful to trace this logo, switching between your two tools. All right, I use the escape key to get out of a tool that I don't want to use. So right now I'm going to switch to the spline tool. Make sure you click on the endpoints of whatever lines or splines you've started tracing. And this is very important. Don't connect to a line that you've already drawn. Make sure that you're tracing very carefully and not connecting lines, because that's going to make your extrude a little more difficult to make. So I'm going to go back to my line tool here, and I'll come in and make sure I go from that endpoint and go straight across, and I'll come down. Now I'm going to hit escape because the next line is curved, and I'll go back to my spline tool, start on this endpoint, and click around your logo I'll see if I can do this real fast. So this isn't the longest tutorial video on the face of the planet. Last one here. Okay. And so now I'm going to hit my green check mark and I'm going to hide sketch 2. And I've got a orange completely drawn sketch that's got the blue outline when I'm looking at it. So now I should be able to delete this sketch that is here. I don't need this logo here anymore. And what I'm going to do is click on extrude, and I'm going to extrude my W. I might want to add about 0.1 amount of material. Click OK. Go from the top view here. You can see that I've got this cool raised logo for the Hawks W, and that's how you use the line and spline tool to trace logos onto your design.